and hate. Save yourself before it's too late. You can get out, brother, you can be free. You are the prisoner and he is the key.
The name Smokey Robinson is synonymous with Motown. This music legend has written more than 4,000 songs, has garnered numerous Grammy Awards, and was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
It's an honor and a privilege to have you here in our studio.
Well, it is my privilege. Thank you very much. I appreciate you having me.
Gosh, and I said earlier, you are de-aging. You're not getting older.
I love you, and I said before, I love you.
You look fabulous.
Thank you.
I mean, you
very
just
much.
did the Chicago Gospel Fest. How do you feel?
I'm a little tired because I was doing concerts leading up to coming here to do the Gospel Fest, but it was a wonderful experience. It's my first time doing that. My CD that I have out now is called Food for the Spirit, and it's the first time I've recorded an inspirational CD. So I've been doing a lot of things that I haven't done prior to having this out. And Gospel Fest was one of them, and I had a wonderful time.
Wow. You said, to quote you in an article, this is 40 years in the making.
Yeah.
The spiritual CD, and you don't call yourself a gospel singer.
Right.
You make a distinction between spiritual music and gospel music. Explain that.
Well, I know all of the gospel singers. They're like my friends, like Yolanda Adams and Kirk Franklin and Donnie McClurkin, the Winans and Shirley C. These people are my friends. I've known them for years, you know. And they are really, really gospel singers. I mean, with the exception of Kirk, who is like, Kirk is I call him gospel hip hop. He's my gospel hip hop brother, you know. But these are people, in fact, I think Yolanda Adams is the greatest singer I've ever heard in my life, singing anything. And these people are, I don't want to feel like I'm competing with them for that genre, you know, because I'm who I am, and the music that is on this CD, I haven't variated with the music. Only the lyrics are different to show or to explain my relationship with the Lord, because I have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful relationship with God and with Christ, and I practice it every day. And many people may not know that about me. So this is just a declaration of that.
You do, mighty, mighty, Lord, you like me.
And I kept stockpiling them over the years. I've been writing those songs for about 13 years. And I kept stockpiling them. I was never sending them out. So eventually I just got the feeling that I was supposed to record them myself just to make that declaration. So people who don't know that about me will know now.
Did your relationship with the Lord start as a result of trying to get over your cocaine addiction? Is that around the time when it started, or?
No, my relationship, see, I've always, since I was a young child,
Yes.
had a great relationship with God. My mom was one of these church ladies who went to church about 3-4 times a week, but she wasn't pious. She was like, you know, you could dance, you could go to the movies, she was a real person, but she just loved the Lord, and she went to church. And on Sundays, she made me go to Sunday school, and sometimes she would take me back to church with her in the evening. And so I grew up kind of like with that atmosphere around me. Now, I wasn't aware of who Jesus is until I became an adult. I heard them talking about Jesus. Well, Jesus is the Son of God. That's all I knew as a kid. And that's all I thought about. I wasn't really, you know, like into Jesus or anything like that. And so I had a profound experience in my life that caused me to seek Jesus as my Savior. And so I did.
What was that experience?
Oh, you want me to tell you?
Sure.
Okay. One of the guys who's here with me now, Leon Isaac Kennedy, is my brother. I've known him forever and ever, okay? And we are the best of friends. And many years ago, we shot a movie. I was just producing it, and he was my line producer, and he's also an actor. He wasn't in this particular movie. At the time, he was married to Jane Kennedy, and she was in the movie. And after we finished the shoot, he and Jane went to the Philippines to shoot another movie in which he was going to appear. They were both appearing in this movie. So a couple weeks before Leon came back, Jane came back, and we used to hang. I was married for the first time then to a lady named Claudette, who was one of the original Miracles. And we did everything together. So Jane, when she came back to the Philippines, we went to the airport and picked her up. This is a long story, but I'll make it short. We went to the Philippines and picked her up, and we went back to the house. They were in the kitchen talking. I went upstairs to my bedroom to watch television. And I heard a voice say to me, "Smokey, I want you to know more about me. I want you to know my son, and I want you to tell your friends." Now, this was a voice. I don't mean I imagined this or anything like that.
An audible voice.
Yeah, an audible voice. So much to the point where I thought one of my friends was playing a joke on me. I searched the room everywhere. When I found that there was no one there, I went back down into the kitchen because I was, kind of shook up. I didn't tell anybody about that experience. 2 weeks later, Leon comes back from the Philippines. He pulls me to the side. He says, "Hey, man," he said, "I want to tell you something that happened to me in the Philippines after Jane came home." He said, "I had come back from dubbing my voice from the shoot that we had done that day on the movie, and I went back to my hotel room. I got into bed, and I heard this voice say, 'Leon, I want you to know more about me. I want you to know my son. I want you to tell your friends.'" So after we both got over being flabbergasted about the same experience.
Oh, my goodness.
He's in the Philippines. I'm in Los Angeles.
Yes.
I'm in Los Angeles. He's in the Philippines. That was profound. So we both went to seek Jesus at that time. Luckily, you don't have to find Jesus because he's waiting for you. And that was when I accepted Jesus, and that was long before I even got involved in the drugs. And I speak before I did my first concerts in Minnesota. I was in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, because I am a national spokesperson for the National Drug Association, and I speak all over the country. And I went to speak there. And when I speak, I tell people all the time, when you accept Jesus, you are saved, but you're not safe. See, because we have free will, we have free choice. God is not a dictator.
That's
God
true.
gives us free choice to do whatever we want to do. We don't even have to choose him. There are many people who are atheists. He doesn't make you choose him. So from my free will, I decided that I wanted to do drugs, and that's what I did. So,
and that was at the height of your career.
At the height
You
of my
had
career.
everything a man could want.
Absolutely. And
And why was it necessary to go after cocaine? What was it?
Well, it wasn't like it's a necessary thing, and I tell people this too, because people think, when you do drugs, you're downtrodden, or your life as a kid was negative, and your mom was a drunk, or your dad was a drunk, somebody beat you. It's not about that. People who do drugs start doing drugs with their friends. It's always a friend. No, a stranger couldn't come up and give you some drugs. So you think you're having fun. And so that's why I did. I thought I was having fun, and fun, wiped me out and killed me. And so, but I was healed. I don't say that I was cured. I was healed because I went to a church I was prayed over. And I went in that church, I was an addict. I came out, I was free. And that was May of 1986. I haven't thought about doing any drugs since then, ever. And the only thing that I know now is that I'm at war with it. And I go and I speak against it everywhere I can, at gang meetings and churches and rehabs and hospitals and jail and juvenile and wherever, So I do this all the time. It's my other job. When I went and got prayed for, the minister told me some things that I hadn't told anyone that was happening to me physically and emotionally. And I hadn't said them to anyone in life. And she said that the Lord had told her. And so I knew then that the Lord had told her.